Welcome to Simple Yet Amazing. I'm your host Joseph De Leon, and in this channel we explore the wonderful world of magic, keeping everything simple yet amazing. Let's get started. Alright guys, so here we are. First of all, let's go through the materials or tools that you're going to need for this. Of course, you're going to need a book of matches, a pair of scissors, you're going to need some thread, and of course a safety pin. So this thread that we have here is, let's see, what is it called? It says color D. I personally don't like to use the transparent, the fully transparent one, because it tends to shine a little too much. Even with the white background, the one that I have here is a little bit kind of difficult to see. So this one is like a smoke type of color. I've seen that name before, so you have a very good idea what to get right there. Just get the thin size, you know. Alright, so let's move on. For the book of matches, this stuff, when you get it, you know, of course, it's not built for this magic trick, so it's gonna be a little bit difficult if you do not make sure to do this, okay? To kind of like press on the sides a few times. The reason you want to do that, and also here, is to make it smooth, okay? You see now? Another thing you will like to do is to take about half of the matches, okay? You don't want too much weight in the box because it's gonna be moving, flipping, you know, and the more weight you put or keep inside with the amount of matches, the harder it's gonna be, okay? You want smoothness, of course. Next, so you're going to turn around the drawer, and this is a cool thing about the safety pin. It's gonna, you can use it as a tool to prepare this. So right about the center, you're gonna punch, okay? One hole right there. You can see it. All right, and then right next to it, okay, you're going to punch another hole. All right, that's it right there. Okay, get 1, 2, perfect. So the next thing you're gonna do is you're gonna take the tip of the thread and you're gonna go in one of the holes. All right, once you go in, you're gonna go around. Now let me show you how that's supposed to look. This is a finish gimmick. All right, so this is pretty much how it's gonna end. All right, let me see if the camera can focus right there. All right, you see? Now when you tighten the knot, make sure you do 3 at least, okay? And then when you cut, don't cut it way too short, because you don't want to risk it to, you know, come undone, and then, you know, that's not a good feeling when you're, especially if you're performing and not practicing. Perfect. So that being said, then you're going to take, I don't know, this is about 1 foot long. That's gonna be up to your personal preference. I like to keep it like this, and we're gonna see later on, because I like to keep it, I'm right-handed, I leave it in my right pocket with the safety pin attached in interior part of the pocket. So when I take it out, the thread, you know, is right behind my arm, my forearm, and my hand goes right in the pocket. It is close enough to my body so I can make this combination of, you know, moving the hand away as I, you know, from my body, as I, like, you know, slowly do the same with my body, moving it away, and that activates the whole mechanism. So I would definitely recommend this, at least 1 foot long, like I said before. until at least you get used to it and more familiarized with the whole gimmick. And then of course you can change it. If you use a jacket, maybe put it in a pocket inside your jacket, and just, you know, you can definitely explore different possibilities depending on your style and needs. Okay, all right, so now let's move on into the setup. Okay, so you have the box right there, and the part that has the thread attached, that one side, it's gonna go in first. Okay, I put the matches the opposite way, but that wouldn't matter. That would not matter right now. All right, and then you're gonna push the drawer in. All right, so basically as you pull this, even if you pull it from the opposite side, it's gonna cause that drawer to come out. All right, to open. That's the first effect, so to speak, that you can achieve with this. All right, when you set it up, you have this pin attached to your body. Okay, and you can refer to as the anchor. What you want to do, and hopefully you can guys see that over there, you see it's under that end. You want to make sure that it goes around the center. Okay, you have the anchor like this. You're going to put the thread in between. So the anchor is going to go somewhere, you know, in your body, in your pocket, and you want to position the box like so. If you pull the box, you know, too much, then they're going to see, or they might see, the thread right there. You don't want that, so you want it right about there, the base, aligned with the base of your fingers. Okay, so what is going to happen, I'm going to expose it so you guys can see it. If you pull the thread by moving your body away, and or you move your hand forward, it's going to cause this, let's say, reaction. Okay, and the box is gonna look like it's moving, which is a pretty nice effect. Okay, get your audience attention. All right, there we are again, the anchor. And sometimes this might actually happen. If it happens, you know what, it's probably even better. Okay, so don't get frustrated if it does happen, especially during the performance. Of course, you need to practice as much as you can, but this could result in a little bit as unpredictable, depending if your hand is a little bit sticky or something due to sweating, or any other reason. That sometimes can happen. Again, it's happening very often here during the explanation, but if it happens, I think it's an even, like, you know, much cooler effect. Then whichever way, if it goes straight forward or does a spin, you're gonna like gently reposition the box. And let's see how we can do this so you guys can see it. You're just gonna move the box forward. Now it's gonna go a little bit further than the base of your thumb. That's your fingers. That is very, very, very important, because if you keep it right there and you try to pull, nothing is going to happen. Okay, nothing is going to happen. You might actually end up snapping the thread. You don't want that, so you have to move it a little bit further. I don't know if you guys can see it right there. All right, it's so thin, so it is going to pull it. And again, this whole effect is based on the same principle, same movement. That's one of the other cool things about it. Okay, so you don't need to worry much about anything else. You just got to remember the setup, and when you move it forward, it's gonna start like moving, like reposition it. And once you reposition, I'm sorry, it's supposed to go like this. Let's go again. Whoop. Stage one, or phase one, phase two, and remember, move it slightly forward. And then, and guys, make sure that you do this, take your time, okay? One thing you probably don't want to do is to try to rush it and then that happening. You don't want that, okay? I think part of the magic within the magic, so to speak, is when you take your time, especially on this part. The slower you go, reminds me of a classic. It's called the Voodoo Doll. All right, and the slower you do it, the better. Once you get to this point, just maybe knock the box off. Now you need to be careful because I'm pretty sure you guys can see it right there. You can actually see the thread, okay? You don't want to flash that. We call that flashing, okay? So once you get to this point, you close and you, with your palm, okay, your thumb maybe, push it a little bit forward. You want to do that naturally, and all of a sudden you're not exposing that thread, okay? And the end, phase 3, is when the box seems to be opening on its own. Show your hands. You can maybe damage a little object or something, or even a playing card that you can have a duplicate inside the Matchbox, fold up, so on and so forth. And then you say, wait a second, I would like you to watch this. You pull, and as you pull, you're going to set it up. Then you can gesture the box, you know, like wake up. And then you go like, whoop, you can point, you know, wait a second. And then you reposition, and then you can indicate to come up. And this part you probably want to kind of like wave your hand over, okay? Making sure that nobody thinks that there's any, you know, threats involved. And slowly, this is the part that we talked about earlier. You want to do it very slowly, very slowly. Okay, and then it's going to stand up. Put it down, and then you keep pushing and then pulling. All right, and take whatever out. Okay, and this is the part you close the box. If you are reproducing or, you know, reappearing an object from within the box, you take it out. That helps as a misdirection, so you can twist your hand around the thread, put it back in your pocket, and you can also have a duplicate box that is not gimmick here. You can even pause for a moment while they're distracted, you know, with their object, or try to unfold the playing card, whatever, to see is theirs. In that moment, you can pull that box, the non-gimmick box, out, and then you can have everything for inspection. So therefore, you end up clean. Alright, and that's it for now. If you enjoyed the video, you found it helpful, please don't forget to like and consider subscribing for future magic. Also, if you happen to have any questions, comments in general, or even ideas for future videos, don't forget your comment down below. Once again, my name is Joseph De Leon. Go out, impress your family and friends, but don't forget, keep it simple, yet amazing.